So in today's experiment, we are going to study about the morphology and microscopy of Rauwolfia root. So before proceeding towards the root, Rauwolfia root, let us understand certain important concept about the root. What is a root basically? The root is one of the primary vegetative organ of the plant, typically which grows below the soil, and it moves along with the gravitational force. So root is the only part which moves along with the gravitational force, but the other parts which grow above the soil, which is known as the aerial part of a plant, it grows against the gravitational force. Let us discuss about few of the important functions of the root. First one is the mechanical function. It encourages the plant firmly to the soil. So root helps in the attachment of a plant with the soil. Next comes physiological action, means the absorption of water and nutrients and conduct them upwards through xylem and phloem vessel. Some other important functions include food storage, assimilation, absorption of atmospheric moisture, sucking of food from the host, and very less extent of the gaseous exchange. So these are certain important features and functions involved in the root. Now let us discuss about the Rauwolfia root pharmacognosy. So Rauwolfia root is also known as Sarpagandha or snake root. It is a traditional Indian medicinal plant. Sarpa means snake, Gandha means smell. So when the Rauwolfia root is collected freshly, so its shape is like snake shape. That's why it is known as Sarpa, and it smells like snake. That's why it is known as Sarpagandha or Sarpagandha root or snake root. Coming to the biological source, it consists of dried roots of Rauwolfia serpentina, belongs to the family Apocynaceae. It should contain not less than 0.15% WYW of indole alkaloid calculated as reserpine and ajmalcin, which is calculated on dry basis. So basically it is an alkaloid containing drug. Mainly it contains reserpine and ajmalcin. Let us discuss briefly about the morphology of the root. If you see the color here, it is grayish yellow in that upper part, whereas the wood, the inner part, is pale yellowish in color. In the root, the longitudinal wrinkles are very prominent, one of the characteristic features to identify the Rauwolfia root. Moreover, the movement of the root is known as tortuous movement. It is like snake movement. That's why it is known as the movement is known as tortuous movement. Odor, generally the dried root does not have any odor, whereas taste is bitter due to the presence of alkaloid. Its size 10 to 18 centimeter in length and 1 to 3 centimeter in diameter. The shape, roots are cylindrical in shape, or sometimes it may be sub-cylindrical. Coming to the fracture, it's very short, fibrous and irregular. So it's very hard to break. Coming to the extra feature, roots are rough with longitudinal markings and marked wrinkle appear on the surface. The root scars are also very prominent. Coming to the chemical constituent, as I mentioned earlier, it contains mainly the indole alkaloid. It also contains indoline alkaloid, indolenine alkaloid, oxyindole alkaloid, pseudoindoxy alkaloid, and so these are the different types of alkaloid present in Rauwolfia root. Out of this alkaloid, mainly reserpine is one of the very important alkaloid. Reserpine, reserpinine, ajmalin, ajmalsin, rauwolfinin, yombin, then syngopine. So these are the various indole alkaloid present in Rauwolfia. Coming to its medicinal property, it is mainly used as antihypertensive drug because it is a catecholamine depleter at the nerve ending. That's why it is known as antihypertensive drug. Moreover, it is also used as tranquilizer and sedative.